EDC Las Vegas is coming up in a few months. Have you planned how you're going to get from your hotel to the venue? Well, in this video, I'm going to help you out by ranking 5 different transportation options to EDC Las Vegas 2019. Hi, I'm Doug, and this is FatBoyDoug, a channel with an appetite for life. In this channel, I'm going to give you tips and advice on how you too can live a happy and fabulously gay lifestyle. So, if you're new to us, consider subscribing below. So this is the first in a series of videos all about EDC Las Vegas 2019. If you've never been to EDC before, then you're going to want to watch all these videos to help you plan for this big event. Today's topic is about transportation going to the venue. So if you didn't already know, EDC Las Vegas is held at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, which is actually 20 miles away from the Strip. There are smaller motels that are closer to the Speedway, but I'm sure most of you are going to be staying at the hotels at the Strip or maybe at downtown Las Vegas. So you'll still need a way to get to the Speedway, and it is a long drive. It's about a 30-minute, maybe even up to an hour drive depending on traffic. So I'm going to help you out and rank 5 different transportation options to EDC Las Vegas. Number 5 is a helicopter. I rank this as number 5 because it's kind of just not really feasible for me because I don't have a lot of money to spend. But hey, if you have a lot of money, this is the option for you. The helicopter leaves from a private terminal in Las Vegas and drops you off right next to the venue. It's going to be the closest out of any other transportation option, but really it's the price tag that is going to prevent a lot of people from using the helicopter. It's $550 one way per person or $850 round trip per person. You can also charter the entire helicopter up to 7 people, and that'll be $3,500 for one way or $5,500 for a round trip. So it's a pretty hefty price tag that I wouldn't be able to pay for it. But if there's anyone that wants to invite me to their charter helicopter, please let me know. Alright, ranking in number 4 is taking an Uber or a Lyft or a taxi. So if you take one of those options, Uber, Lyft, or taxi, you're going to be dropped off at a designated lot. There's an Uber lot, there's a taxi lot. Those lots are close to the venue, but they're not the closest. So there is still a walk over to the line where you're going to have to get bag checked and then your ID checked and your ticket checked. So there are still a couple of things that you'll need to do before you actually can get into the venue. But of course, Uber and Lyft and taxis, you're going to be with your small little group, so you don't have to sit in a big bus with anyone. So if you like that flexibility, then this is the option for you. Like I said, the Motor Speedway is 20 miles away, and a lot of people will be driving or taking an Uber. So there will be a long line in that street going to the Speedway, going to those parking lots. Another downside, of course, is the price of the Ubers and the taxis. Not only is it going to cost a lot because it is 20 miles away, there will be surge pricing going there and coming back. So I can only imagine how much it will be. So ranking number 3 is driving by yourself. Driving by yourself, there are 2 parking options. One is the standard parking, which is actually free to everyone. And then the other option is the premier parking. And premier parking costs $130 for the weekend. With driving yourself, of course, there's that flexibility. You can go in and out at any time, but you're gonna have to time when you're getting there and when you're leaving wisely because there's a lot of people at the venue. So there's gonna be a lot of people trying to get out and get in at the same time. I've only heard about so many headaches from people just sitting in the parking lot waiting to get out. Plus, I never suggest driving for anyone that's going to be intoxicated or under the influence, so I don't think that this is a really great idea. But if you like that flexibility and if you don't think that you're going to be drinking, then go ahead. Ranking at number 2 are the standard shuttles that are offered by EDC. So in years past, EDC has run their own shuttle system, and it was not pretty. People would be lining up and standing in line for buses, waiting to go home for hours and hours and hours. It was just a horrible experience because there were so many people trying to get out at the same time and not enough buses to run. Now, most recently, they have contracted a company to take over the shuttle system, and they are professionals at doing this, so it's become better, and they have different options. The first option is the standard shuttle. It is kind of like how it was before, where it runs continuously. So from 6 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., those are the times that the buses run continuously to go to the venue, and you just wait for a bus, stand in line, and whatever bus comes next, you get on. And then when you want to leave, they have shuttles going from 3 a.m. until 30 minutes after the last beat of music from Kinetic Field. The standard shuttle is going to cost you $99 for the weekend. That's round trip for 3 days. They have 5 shuttle stops, 4 in the Strip and 1 in downtown. It's going to be at the Rio, Circus, at the Link, Tropicana, and then at Fremont Street in downtown. But like I said, with the standard shuttle, you are just waiting in line for that next bus to come by. It just depends on how many buses are running at that time. So again, you're gonna have to time it right. You may have to leave for the venue later at night, or leave the venue to go home earlier so that you don't have to stand in line if you don't want to stand in line. Unless if you don't mind standing in line for hours and hours, then go ahead and do it from the very earliest to the latest. But you're going to have to think strategically and plan it out accordingly, especially with your friends that are going to be leaving at the same time. But one of the perks of taking the shuttle is that they take a different route to the Motor Speedway. They actually go through the Air Force Base, and it goes around the traffic of all the people that are taking Ubers and driving themselves. Also, the drop-off point is very close to the venue, and it's its own drop-off point. Plus, all the bag check is done at the shuttle stop at your hotel, so you don't have to do bag checks when you're at the venue. You just need to get your ticket and ID checked at that time. So there are definitely a lot of good perks to taking a standard shuttle. Finally, my number 1 pick is taking the Premier Shuttle, also offered by EDC. So it's also the company that does the standard shuttles, but the extra perks are that you get a merchandise bag. Last year they actually got a Camelback and an EDC Camelback, and they'll have waters for you and snacks for you at the shuttle stops as well. And just like the standard shuttle, your bag check will be at the shuttle stop itself, so you don't have to wait when you get to the venue. But the biggest difference between Premier Shuttle and Standard Shuttle is that there are designated times that you get on the shuttle to go to the venue, and also coming back to your hotel. Going to the Speedway, there is a 6 p.m. shuttle, an 8:30 p.m. shuttle, and an 11 p.m. shuttle. Coming back to your hotel, there's a 3 a.m. shuttle, a 4 a.m. shuttle, and a 6 a.m. shuttle. Because they're designated times, that means that you're going to be able to get onto the shuttle quickly without having to stand in a very long line. But you'll have to show up at your designated time that you signed up for. But they did say if you miss your shuttle, you're allowed to go into a standard shuttle line. And if you have to do that, you'll get into the fast pass line to get onto the standard shuttle sooner than everyone else. So those are very, very good perks. It is $199 round trip for 3 days. And they offer 5 hotel shuttle stops. That's MGM Grand, the Luxor, Mandalay Bay, Stratosphere, and then the Golden Nugget in downtown. So I really think the Premier Shuttle is the best way to go. That's what I got. I got the 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. return time. Unfortunately, if you haven't already gotten your Premier Shuttle, they may already be selling out right now. But go ahead and check it out at edclasvegas.com/shuttles to see what's left. Okay, which transportation option are you going to choose? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so right here, and also click the bell notification so you'll know when the next video comes up. But also check out my other videos here and here. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching.